I didn't go looking for answers. I only wanted to see what was left. The bunker was supposed to be empty. That's what everyone said. But the door was still sealed. The locks were still engaged. And the air inside felt used. Like someone had been breathing there not long before I arrived. That was when I realized this place hadn't been abandoned. It had been closed. The family went missing 3 years ago. No bodies, no notes, no signs of a struggle. Just a house left exactly as it was and a property line that backed into miles of forest. People said they were preppers. Quiet. Private. Prepared for everything. Eventually, the story stopped being news and turned into a rumor. I found the bunker by accident, hidden behind brush and rusted fencing, as if it didn't want to be seen. The entrance was reinforced steel, half buried in dirt and leaves. It took effort to clear it. The lock wasn't broken. It wasn't forced. It had been turned from the inside. When I pulled the door open, air rushed past me, stale and metallic. The smell wasn't decay. It was old breath. The stairs led down into a narrow corridor. Lights flickered on automatically, powered by something still running. The walls were lined with shelves, canned food, medical supplies, water filters, everything organized, everything labeled. This wasn't panic storage. This was long-term living, and it felt like they had left in the middle of it. There were signs of daily routines, a table set for 4, mugs left where hands would reach naturally, a calendar on the wall, dates crossed off carefully. The last entry wasn't an emergency note. It just said, "Stay inside," over and over, as if they needed reminding. I noticed the vents next. Not blocked, not damaged, closed. Every single one sealed from the inside. The air system was still humming softly, circulating nothing. That's when the silence changed. It stopped feeling empty. It started feeling contained, like the bunker wasn't meant to keep something out. It was meant to keep something in. I found the sleeping area beyond a heavy door. 4 bunks, each one made carefully. Personal items were stacked at the foot of the beds, clothes folded, shoes lined up. Nothing packed, nothing missing. It looked like they expected to come back to these exact spots, like leaving wasn't part of the plan, like something interrupted it. The deeper I went, the warmer it became. Not uncomfortable, just lived in. I checked the power system, batteries, generators, everything functional. Someone had maintained this place. Recently. The thought settled in slowly. If they weren't here anymore, then whatever I was feeling wasn't just memory. I heard the sound while standing still. Not a voice, not footsteps, a soft, irregular noise like something shifting its weight. It came from behind the walls. The bunker wasn't solid concrete. It had hollow spaces, service tunnels, access shafts, places not meant for living, places meant for movement. There were marks on the walls, not scratches, handprints, pressed in places where someone had leaned for a long time. Some were higher than they should have been. Some were smeared, as if whoever made them had trouble standing still. I stopped touching the walls after that. In the storage room, I found the radio equipment. The main unit was still on. No signal, no static, just an open channel. The microphone was worn smooth, like it had been used constantly. Next to it was a notebook. Most of the pages were blank, except for the last one. The writing wasn't frantic. It was neat, controlled. It read, "Do not open the door again. It learns the layout." Below that, in a different hand, was one sentence. We ran out of quiet. I didn't want to stay after reading that, but the bunker door was heavier than I remembered. Not stuck, not jammed, just resistant, like something inside was pushing back with steady pressure. I told myself it was air, pressure differences, seals, anything that didn't involve the word learn. The noise returned, closer this time. Still not a voice. Still not movement I could track. It sounded like someone trying to stay perfectly still and failing. The lights flickered again, but didn't go out. They dimmed, like the system was conserving power for something more important. I finally understood the calendar. The crossed-out days weren't counting time. They were tracking silence. The longer the quiet lasted, the longer they stayed safe. The last few days had been crossed out aggressively. Multiple lines, heavy ink, like quiet had become rare. I felt it move through the bunker, not toward me, around me, like it was mapping the space by the way sound traveled, by the way I breathed. I stopped moving, stopped swallowing, stopped making choices. The silence stretched, and the pressure eased. For a moment, I thought I understood them. I left when I could, not quickly, not loudly. I sealed the door the way they had, from the outside. I told no one where it was, no coordinates, no directions. Some places don't want witnesses, they want habits, they want people to come back. Sometimes, when the world goes quiet, I think about that bunker, about how carefully it was built, about how long they managed to stay hidden. I don't think they were taken. I think they stayed, long enough to learn how to be silent forever. And sometimes, when I stop hearing my own breathing, I wonder if that's what it's waiting for.